What if your entire childhood was shaped by a secret so big it threatened to destroy your sense of belonging, love, and identity? Unlocked Family Secrets Episode 5 is a raw, emotional journey through the eyes of Heather James Miller, a woman whose life was defined by her father's hidden truth. Get ready for heartbreak, courage, shocking confessions, and some powerful moments that will leave you reflecting on the ripple effects of family secrets. Let's dive deep into everything that happened, every twist, and finally break down that ending. When the episode opens, we're immediately anchored by Heather reflecting on her childhood. Her earliest memories are ones of warmth. Her mother, Tommy, her father, Columbus James, nicknamed Earl, and her grandmother, Marie Davis, known affectionately as Freshie. Although her family wasn't conventional, it worked for them. Until it didn't. Heather hints at darkness beneath the surface, hidden truths purposely shielded from her, secrets that almost destroyed her. Right away, you know this isn't your typical family drama. Heather's relationship with her father is central throughout the episode. As a child, she adored him, but his presence was sporadic, just a couple of times a month. She grew up mostly with her mom and her half-sister Danielle, always yearning for her dad. Tommy, her mom, dodged tough questions with vague answers like, "He's not feeling well," or "He'll be by tomorrow." Still, Heather felt loved by both parents, and her grandmother stepped in to make summers magical. Those memories, fresh pies, street games, homemade cakes, are bittersweet. Yet, there's an undertone of confusion and exclusion. In her grandma's hallway, Heather spotted photos of her dad with other children and a mysterious light-skinned woman at a graduation, a constant reminder of a part of her family she didn't know. A defining moment came in 1986, when Heather was just 7. Freshie sent her unexpectedly to a neighbor's house, Miss Janie's. Through childish play, Heather overheard adults talking about a visitor her grandmother greeted with secrecy and urgency. Miss Janie referred to the visitor as Freshie's daughter-in-law, but Heather was kept away. It became clear there was something Heather wasn't supposed to see or know, a recurring theme that haunted her growing up. Getting older only deepened Heather's sense that more was going on than anyone let on. By age 12, her parents were separated, and her dad's visits dwindled. When she pressed for answers, she was simply told, "It's complicated." The confusion of being different weighed on her, especially compared to friends with present, open dads. Then came 9th grade. Heather was 15, shopping with her dad. A man approached and asked Earl, "Fo's this?" Earl's answer cut deep dull. "This is Heather, nothing more." Heather felt invisible, reduced to just a name. The loaded silence screamed that she was his secret, not a daughter to be proudly claimed. The truth unraveled after the incident. Heather recalled a cryptic conversation from when she was 5. Her mother explained that Heather's dad had another family, and that Heather herself was a gift from God, wanted but not to be acknowledged publicly. Besides her grandmother, Earl's family didn't know Heather existed. Distressed and isolated, Heather spiraled into depression. The episode is brutally honest. She describes the pain of rejection and reaches rock bottom, attempting suicide by overdosing on aspirin at 15. Her mother found her just in time and rushed her to the hospital, sparking the first truly honest moment between them. Both Heather confesses she couldn't bear being her father's secret any longer. Tommy admits her own part in the deception, a long relationship with a married man, drawn to him after her first marriage ended abusively. Tommy's secret, meant to protect Heather, ended up causing her daughter years of pain. Both women have to face the consequences of old choices and heartbreaking truths. Tommy pleads with Earl. He has to make things right and come clean to his wife, but he backs down again and again. Earl's cowardice and failure to acknowledge Heather to his other family becomes a core wound, infusing Heather's life with shame, confusion, and an intense longing for acceptance. The story takes a dramatic turn as Heather grows up. Desperate for connection and validation, she tries to take control. She writes to the Oprah Winfrey Show, hoping to have her family reunite, and the secret revealed on national television. Her dad refuses, afraid to put their business on TV. Shattered, Heather demands at least to meet her half-sister. She's sent over. Confirmation, finally, that Heather isn't imagining things. The meeting is tense and emotional. Heather's sister has lived a very different life, with their dad always present. They bond, but ultimately, the sister can't maintain the relationship. Her loyalty to her mother means Heather remains a secret, visible but unacknowledged. Again, new layers are added when Heather becomes pregnant at 17. Isolated and overwhelmed, she debates not keeping the baby, but her mother persuades her not to have regrets. Heather's father tries to support her, showing up with gifts for his grandson, but the peace doesn't last. When Heather's beloved grandmother passes away, the old wounds rip open. Her dad plans the funeral without telling her, but Heather forces her way into the service, making her presence known at last. Her father lets her sit up front, but still doesn't acknowledge her to the rest of the family. Rejection is relentless, even while mourning. The aftermath sees Heather shutting everyone out: her mom, her dad, her sister. Raising her son alone at college, she slips further into darkness. The pressure and pain lead her into a dangerous world, exotic dancing to pay the bills, then descending into the chaos of selling drugs with her boyfriend. That culminates in a terrifying chase, guns drawn, and a moment where Heather is certain her choices could end her life and orphan her son. Her father shows up, literally pounding on doors, demanding she come home. As much as Heather resists, his intervention is a lifeline. He offers support and resources, encouraging her to build a stable life. Heather finds her footing, starts working in hospitality, and meets a good man. Years later, she's planning her wedding, and once again faces the anxiety: will her father walk her down the aisle, or will she be his secret at her own wedding? Earl shows up, but the moment's bittersweet. He's present, but emotionally distant, rushing through their dance and leaving early. Even as an adult, Heather remains in the shadows. Years pass, and Heather finally reaches closure. She's 32, working in a hotel, and starts receiving calls from an unknown number. Her father reveals. She knows. His wife has discovered Heather's existence. Instead of coming clean, he asks Heather's mother to lie about their relationship being a one-night stand. Heather refuses. Just when Heather braced for her father to choose her after all these years, he instead chooses to separate from her. The trauma and betrayal compound. Heather cuts off contact for years. When her father's health takes a turn, Heather sets her boundaries. Any relationship must run on her terms, no more secrets. Earl accepts, and for a brief time, they mend fences before Earl's passing. At the funeral, Heather is finally acknowledged by some extended family, but her father's wife rejects her, insisting that if Earl had loved Heather, he would have introduced her. Heather stands her ground. She's grown, she's strong, but the pain remains. Some bonds are never mended, but in the ending, there's a twist towards healing. Heather discovers her father had an older son, Doug, and a grandson, Calvin, cousins she never knew for 30 years. Meeting them brings joy, connection, and a sense of belonging she's never known. While Earl's wife and their daughter choose to remain distant, Doug and Calvin embrace Heather, bridging decades of separation. The Unlocked Family Secrets Episode 5 isn't just about exposing a family secret. It's about the long journey to healing, growing past shame, and building new connections from fractured roots. Heather's courage in confronting her pain, speaking her truth, and forging relationships on her own terms is inspiring. The episode closes with hope. Though the secret once pushed everyone apart, bringing everything into the open now allows Heather to finally unite with long-lost family. It's a moment of restoration amid loss. Thanks for sticking all the way through this emotional recap. Did Heather's story resonate with you? Or did you find yourself shocked and saddened by the hidden pain she endured? Drop your thoughts and stories about family secrets in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button, share with someone who needs it, and make sure to subscribe for more powerful recaps and breakdowns. See you on the next one.